Well, I'm a bit of a Holden man from way back. Given that Holden is shutting operations in Australia, it's probably the last opportunity we'll get to see a real Australian car race. As you're probably aware, there'll be imported American-style vehicles down the track. This is the last Australian muscle car, and with this package that we've got here, the amount of horsepower we've got, I think we can mix it with those guys. Previous to that, they'll probably be a bit undergunned. Typically, this category has been dominated by the Mitsubishi 4-cylinders and the BMWs, which are a 6-cylinder. It hasn't been a V8 running at the front for quite some time. So the new HSV GTS is a supercharged 6.2 litre V8. A lot of horsepower, big heavy car, good fun to drive. So HSV's been very instrumental in assisting us with this vehicle at Walkinshaw Racing. So they've predominantly built the majority of the car and are supporting certain elements of that throughout the year. So it's all going to come down to reliability and developing the car. I mean, we only saw the car for the first time on Friday, so we're very much getting used to the car and just ironing out all the bugs. The V8 supercar versus a production car. Well, this is a car you can purchase at Holden or at HSV, I should say, dealership in Australia at any time. The modifications are fairly limited. So it's a big, heavy car running on a radial tyre, whereas a supercar is a category-built specific vehicle running on slick tyres, which is extensively modified. Look, they're a great package, there's no question. The Evo, when you look at it at all the tracks, is probably still going to be a very competitive vehicle. This track and potentially Phillip Island will suit the big V8 for the long straights where you can use the horsepower. Once we tune the bugs out of the car and get it handling a little bit better, I'm sure we can mix it with them at some of the tighter circuits. The BMW also is a great package, great fuel economy as well. That's still something we're trying to work out, how many stops we'll have to make. So in some of these longer races, we may have to do an extra stop. So whilst we have the pace, we need to manage the situation. Co-drives for this year, I've got on board Jeff Emery, who'll be running with us this weekend, who's running also in the Porsche GT Challenge. Ryan Simpson's committed to doing a couple of rounds with us this year, and I've got a young gentleman called Steve Owen who's also on standby if either of those two can't assist us. So we've got a gun team, so I'm confident we should mix it with anybody. Clearly the Commodore is going to be the faster car. It's just a matter of getting it home to the end. Being an undeveloped vehicle, I'm optimistic we can get there, but realistically we need to have a little bit of luck on our sides. The product Evo is showing some very good pace. Once again, if their reliability is right, they'll be there at the end as well. And you can't discount the reigning Australian champion, the 1M of the 1M car. So he's got a good co-driver there with Craig Baird. So there's three really strong teams. So we'll see.